Hey guys, it's Nate with Sauce Ain't the Boss here again, and today is day 44 of quitting drinking alcohol. If you watched the last couple videos, I was up camping up at Lake of the Woods in Southern Oregon for 4 nights. Just got back today, and getting back today, had to unpack all the camping gear, clean it all up, put it all away. Had a bunch of mail and letters and different things in the mailbox, bills and stuff that I have to deal with. And then the machine shop called me. I've been working on this car for my kids, and the head gasket blew. I was refacing the head at the machine shop, and they told me it was too warped to resurface. So now I have to buy a remanufactured head, which is more money. I have to wait more time. So and then I found I have a major problem going on at one of my rental houses I'm renting out. So it's like coming back from camping back to reality now. And that leads me to the topic of today, which is dealing with stress after quitting drinking alcohol. And, one of the things we feel like when we're drinking is that somehow alcohol reduces or relieves our stress. And I've been a drinker and now I'm not, and I've experienced stress under both situations. And what I will tell you from my personal experience is that alcohol does nothing to reduce or relieve stress. All it does is basically make you stick your head in the sand, so to speak, and it numbs you from facing what's causing the stress to begin with. Whether it's a work stress, a financial stress, family stress. If you douse yourself with alcohol, you're just numbing yourself. But the problem that's creating that stress in your life is still there. And in fact, you're going to deal with it a lot better if you're not drinking versus, being out of it and not clear minded and feeling like crap and all the things that come along with drinking. And so I have found that I actually react to things much more calmly now. And that's not to say I still don't get a little bit stressed up now and then or worked up about a situation. But then I see it and I calm myself down. Whereas if I was drinking, I remember just kind of staying at this heightened level of worked upness, that I couldn't come down from. And I think that a lot of that has to do with your emotions and hormones and all kinds of stuff being out of whack when you're drinking too and everything. But coming back and dealing with these stresses now, that's just life. And it's nothing that's making me want to drink again or anything like that. In fact, I'm glad that I'm dealing with these things and, with a clear mind and unreactive like I would have been back when I was drinking. And if that's your maybe reason for drinking is that it helps me deal with stress or you deal with stress. Um, as I said, from my experience, it really did nothing for me. And then you sober up, so to speak, or the next morning rolls around, and now you feel bad. The problem's still there. You were drinking, so you weren't doing anything productive to resolve what was creating that stress in your life. And so, in a lot of ways, drinking compounds the stress that's in your life. And so how do you deal with stress without alcohol? And basically, a lot of times stress is one of those things that exists because we somehow are thinking about the worst case scenario of the situation at hand that we're dealing with. Our minds gravitate towards, oh, this could happen or that's going to happen, or and a lot of this stuff that we do with our minds blows things way out of proportion from what reality actually is going to be or is at the moment. And so when you have a stressful situation, basically, you just start looking for solutions to deal with whatever that situation is creating stress in your life. And some of these situations, like what's going on with one of my rental properties right now, I can't just instantly deal with it right now. I have to, do a process and wait to see what happens. If I do A, then B happens, and blah blah blah. And so I'm kind of one of those guys that's always wanting instant gratification. And but so basically though, what you do with a situation like that is you just take one step at a time, get as far along with it as you can, and then wait for the next outcome to happen. And in the meantime, live in the moment, let it go, and don't fester in your head about what's going to happen or what you think is going to happen. Do you know how many times in my life I thought X was going to happen in a situation, and it never did. And in fact, the outcome was most of the time much better than I anticipated. And so, dealing with stress is really all about just how you deal with things in your mind about the outcomes of what's stressing you out, and then your game plan and what you create to deal with these bad situations in your life. Now that you no longer have this crutch to lean on in alcohol to help numb it, which again is just compounding the problem. It's not helping anything. It just makes you go and zone out, and not be present for what's going on. And so yeah, just dealing with things one thing at a time, one step at a time, and that's just like drinking, just taking one thing at a time, one day at a time, and just moving through all the things that come along with these processes, And if you do it clear-minded and without alcohol, you're going to be less reactive. You're going to come up with a better game plan to deal with the stressful situation. And you're not going to get so lost in your thoughts, about what may happen, or, worst case scenario type stuff. So, yeah, I'm just dealing with things. And honestly, right now, I feel good. I'm not stressed. I know I got some things to deal with bit by bit, and that's what I'm going to do. And alcohol is never a stress reliever. Trust me, I've lived both sides of that coin. And from my own experience, I can tell you it doesn't help anything. So anyway, guys, day 44 today. If you're needing some help quitting drinking alcohol, or you're thinking about it, I've been doing these videos now, one a day for 44 days. I'm going to be doing them for a full year, so that you guys will be able to see what happens when somebody quits drinking alcohol that's been drinking 20 years, day by day by day, and my thoughts about it and feelings about it. And then, a year from now, there'll be 365 videos to look at and see the transformation. So if you're getting anything out of these videos, give them a like if you could, and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, so remember, Sauce ain't the boss. You are. You guys have a great day.